Harvard scientists say a special green Mediterranean diet with daily green tea and tiny aquatic plant called Mankai can actually slow down brain aging. Yes, the food on your plate could keep your brain sharper for decades. Hello viewers, I'm Kavya Khandelwal and you are watching The Edge. We often worry about wrinkles, grey hair or our joints getting weaker with age. But the truth is, the real aging begins in a place we can't see: our brain. Memory lapses, slow thinking, reduced focus. These are all signs your brain's biological clock is ticking. But what if you could slow that clock down just by changing what's on your plate? Today we are breaking down a new Harvard-backed study that shows how a powerful twist on the classic Mediterranean diet could protect your brain from aging long before any symptoms even appear. Let's start with the basics. For years, doctors and nutritionists have called the Mediterranean diet the gold standard for healthy aging. It's simple: lots of vegetables and fruits, lean proteins with fish and poultry, plenty of olive oil, whole grains, nuts and seeds. People in Mediterranean countries like Greece and Italy who follow this diet tend to live longer, healthier lives with low risks of heart disease, diabetes and even dementia. But scientists always suspected they could make it even better. And that's exactly what they tried in a massive study called the Direct Plus trial. Nearly 300 patients joined this study and were followed for 18 months, a year and a half of closely monitoring their diets, health and, importantly, their blood. They were split into three groups. One group followed a standard healthy diet, another followed the classic Mediterranean diet, and the third followed a green Mediterranean diet, basically the traditional version but with two key additions. Green tea, which is rich in antioxidants. Mankai, also known as duckweed, is a tiny protein-packed aquatic plant loaded with vitamins and polyphenols. Researchers regularly tested patients' blood samples to measure specific proteins linked to brain aging. And here's the crazy part: those proteins dropped significantly in people following the green Mediterranean diet. Now, here's the scary reality: your brain might be aging right now, even if you are in your 20s or 30s. Cognitive decline doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, silent process that could start decades before any symptoms show up. Those proteins scientists were tracking, they are called biomarkers, and they rise when your brain cells begin to slow down, when memory and processing speed start to weaken. Usually, by the time you feel forgetful or struggle to focus, the damage is already well underway. So the real challenge is, how do we stop this process before it starts? Pills and supplements haven't cracked the code, but food, the thing we eat every single day, just might. So, what makes this green Mediterranean diet so powerful for the brain? Let's break it down piece by piece. Number one, green tea, the brain's natural shield. You might already drink green tea for weight loss or glowing skin, but scientists now believe its biggest power lies in the brain. It's loaded with antioxidants called catechins, compounds that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Think of it, these two are major villains behind neurodegeneration, the slow death of brain cells. Catechins act like tiny firefighters, putting out these brain fires before they can cause long-term damage. Over time, less inflammation means healthier neurons, better communication between brain cells and sharper memory. Number two, Mankai or duckweed, the hidden superfood. You have probably never heard of Mankai. It's a small aquatic plant that floats on freshwater surfaces, and it might be one of the most nutrient-dense foods on earth. It's packed with polyphenols, vitamin B12, iron, and plant-based protein, nutrients that directly support cognitive function. Most importantly, Mankai seems to regulate those age-related proteins scientists tracked in the study. In simple terms, it keeps the brain's biological clock ticking more slowly. Number 3. Anti-inflammatory power, the core of the diet. The Mediterranean diet's biggest strength has always been its anti-inflammatory nature. Chronic inflammation doesn't just cause joint pain or heart issues, it literally ages your brain by calming inflammation throughout the body. This diet protects delicate brain tissues from damage, reducing the risk of early cognitive decline. Number 4. Out with the bad, in with the good. This diet doesn't just add powerful foods, it also cuts out the bad ones. That means less red meat, which has been linked to faster cognitive decline, and fewer refined carbs, which can trigger inflammation and insulin resistance. It's a classic addition by subtraction. Removing the harmful elements makes room for the nutrients your brain craves. Number 5. Measurable change before symptoms appear. Here's what's truly groundbreaking. The benefits appeared before participants showed any signs of memory loss or cognitive decline. Scientists literally saw the difference in their blood, fewer harmful proteins, and biomarkers associated with aging. It's like installing security software before your computer even gets hacked. You are not reacting to damage, you are preventing it from happening in the first place. And here's the twist. This diet isn't just for older adults worried about Alzheimer's. The research shows that even young, healthy people can benefit because brain aging starts long before we feel it. Think of your brain like a smartphone battery. When it's new, you don't notice the tiny drops in performance, but over time, those drops add up, and one day it just can't hold a charge. The green Mediterranean diet is like a permanent battery saver mode. It slows the decline from the start. What's more, these findings give scientists hope for fighting neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Instead of waiting for them to appear, we can now build resistance decades in advance. So, what's the takeaway from all this? A simple change in your diet could literally slow your brain's aging. Green tea shields neurons and fights inflammation. Mankai nourishes your brain with rare nutrients and slow age-related protein changes. Cutting red meat and refined carbs removes key accelerators of brain decline, and the results are visible before symptoms even show up. This isn't about magic pills or expensive treatments. It's about making smarter food choices every single day. Your breakfast, lunch, and dinner could be your brain's best defense against time. Would you try this green Mediterranean diet to keep your brain young? Tell me in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow The Edge.